So it's a Saturday night. What are you planning on doing?
You are now listening to Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. Let's get into it.
Episode 89, Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. We are back, 89 episodes deep in this motherfucker. So I'm trying to think of anything that's been exciting that happened this week, and I can't really think of anything like exciting, besides the fact that we're getting into all kinds of shops, so that's exciting to me. You know, I think people who are excited would be excited for Devastator. You know what I mean? But you know, when you hear shit, you're like, yeah, whatever. And I don't blame you. You know what I mean? Like, the fuck does it mean if we're, you know, in this new shop in fucking North Dakota? You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, it does. I know that, but. But, so nothing really too crazy has been going on, but I was thinking about something. So I know a lot of people know this or don't know this. Some people know this, some people don't. That we'll use the blacktop scribes as an example. I know people think that they just fucking, I get them from one place and repackage them and then they go up for sale. That's totally not what the fuck goes on, right? So there's like a lot of fucking around that goes into making those. And anyone can source the parts, but I don't know if anyone really wants to take the time to do what's necessary to make them perform as well as they do. There's a lot of grinding, tapping, rethreading, fucking drilling, just fit and finish. There's other parts that have to be purchased to go with everything. Custom fucking, well, I don't know if they're not custom O-rings, but they're custom fit O-rings. So there's like a lot of stuff that goes into that, right? And and that's just that one. They all have these custom fit and finish. They all get QA'd. As soon as they come in, I have to check. There's like 5 or 6 points on each one that have to be checked to make sure that they're not just fucking damaged right from when I get them. You know what I mean? But because at some point some dickhead was saying some shit, but it's again, people assuming they think they fucking know everything, but they don't. Because I mean, if you want to deliver an inferior product, then yeah, you could do that, I guess, you know, as others have done, but they're fucking trash, and that's why like no one even fucking knows what's going on with them. But anyway, so the point of that is, I was sitting down in the fucking basement. I got so much to fucking do. And I started making, I think, 160 blacktop scribes I had to make. Actually, I had to make 160, not because I had to make them, but I actually had to make about 200, but I fucking ran out of parts, and so some of the parts are just showing up today. And I've been fucking working all day. I'm so busy. It's fucking ridiculous. I got no time to do anything. Fuck. Anyway, so I was sitting downstairs, and I got a big box, so I fucking drilled 2 holes in each scribe, the blacktop part. Drill 1 hole, flip the jig over, then you gotta fucking bang it to knock it loose, break it loose without fucking damaging it. Next one, put it in, flip it over, pull it out, bang it. Then you gotta fucking, eventually it starts to fill up with fucking shavings and shit. Then you gotta clean it out, clean out the shavings, clean out the area. I do it on a fucking cinder block with a fucking electrical backing plate on the cinder block. That's what I use as my fucking work area for those. You've seen pictures of it. Anyway, so I'm sitting there, and it like eventually in your brain, that's just like what it sounds like. It's like a beat. Right? So I got all the holes drilled, and then I have to like flare the end, which I have to Dremel every one of them a certain amount. Like it's not just like, oh, bing. I have to fucking watch it and Dremel it, check it, Dremel, check, Dremel. Okay, that'll work. If you do it too much, it fucks the whole thing up. It's ruined. So you could definitely ruin it, and then you could do it not enough, and then when you go to put the shit together, it doesn't fucking work properly. Then you got to bring it back down and do it again. So, I mean, by now, I've done a lot of them. I pretty much can eye it. You know what I mean? They call me eyeballs. So I could pretty much eye it when it's at the right thickness. Pause. So then so once you get done drilling the fucking, so if there's 160, so that's 320 holes. After you're done drilling those, then you start back at the top again, start reaching in the box, dremeling, but now there's not 320, now you got to do 160. And I think that's 320. I don't know. 16, it was 16 to 16 is 32, right? So then you start that making another beat in your mind, and my fucking fingers they tingle like after doing it so long, and halfway it was probably like a quarter of the way. The more I'm thinking about what was left in the box, I was probably a quarter of the way done dremeling this shit, and I was like, I'm about to just fucking say fuck this and just come home tomorrow from work and just fucking start back on them, and doing this and that. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Fuck it. And I was literally like, all right, I'm about to finish this one, and then I fucking finished it, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll do one more. I looked in the box, like, oh, there's one on this little piece right here. I'll take that off of there. That'll be the last one. So I kept doing it, and then as I'm about to throw in a fucking towel, because I've already been down there drilling holes for a fucking almost 2 hours, right? I'm about to throw in a towel at the Dremel portion. I told myself, I said, how long is this really going to take you? It has to be done. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, all right, well, let me see how much I can do, before my fingers can't fucking take it or whatever the fuck. So I just continue. And then I'm listening to, if you don't listen to OT The Real and you're into that type of music, you should be listening to OT The Real. And in this new album, in a one line, and normally I have podcasts on, but nothing I listened to had any new episodes last night. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna put music on, and he said something like what the fuck did he say? Something about, he's like, you got to make it happen. Regardless, you got to make it happen, or some shit like that. It has to be done. And I was like, damn, I just got done saying that to myself. Because when Erica and I had to go and go through all of it after her father died, we had to go to Kentucky and go through all of his shit and fucking and do all this stuff, and we had a very limited amount of time, and she was really upset. It was like within a day of him dying, and so we went down there and started going through everything, and she was crying and shit, and I remember telling her, like, it has to be done. And in the same thing when fucking Gary died, we're going through his shit, trying to find guns so people don't fucking break into the house and find his pistols or whatever the fuck. And it was super emotional. If you've ever had to do that, that shit's beat, like going through the personal fucking belongings of people that you care about is like weird. And but I just kept telling myself, and I was telling my mother, I was telling everybody, telling Erica all these different times, like, it has to be done. So it made me think about when I was just about to be a pussy and fucking tap out of doing this fucking work that has to be done. And I was like, fucking do it. You gotta fucking take care of this shit. It fucking has to be done, dog. Like suck it the fuck up, And I bet you after that to finish up what I had to do, it probably took me like another 40 minutes. But then it wasn't it. It wasn't done because then it was done. Then we had to go up. We had to put O-rings on all of them and then attach them. So, and I know it doesn't sound like much, but when you got to do it 100 fucking something times, it's like a lot. And then tonight I got to put the key rings on all of them, which it takes fucking time so you don't just damage the fucking blacktop. So I know not everyone, I know a lot of you guys know what the fuck goes into this shit, but I think sometimes people think that there's this like, and they're like, your prices or this and that. I'm like, I don't really think you understand what goes into all of this. Like this simple one fucking piece, the silver tops, those are fucking super annoying to make. It's like almost the same thing, but twice as much everything. You got to do all the retapping, fucking flaring the ends on the caps. It's a fucking nightmare. I fucking don't enjoy making those. The fucking 3. If you want to order something that doesn't annoy me to make, get the 3T with the silver cap. Nah, but I enjoy. In the end, ultimately, I enjoy doing all this shit. But it really made me start thinking about like shit having to be done and fucking procrastinating and I'm gonna try because it was done with success last night. It has to fucking be done. I'm gonna try to implement that more into my everyday life and strategies of fucking not putting shit off. Why do today what you can put off until tomorrow kind of thing. And I think I'm just gonna start rocking this as long as I can. It's got to be done. So I'm gonna fucking get done with this podcast. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna fucking do what it needs to be done, and I could probably start my dinner because I'm back in the fucking air fryer again. I could probably start making the food, the chicken, and then get this whole shit edited and mixed down and start the upload and time to eat and then still go and knock some shit off. So that's my plan anyway. That's the plan anyway. So I guess the reason why I'm telling you this is I know just from talking to people and talking to other people about their fucking kids and talking to fucking that there's like a real lack of motivation these days, and I understand it because I fall victim to that shit myself. I lack motivation some days to just get up and again I guess do what has to be done. Sometimes it's fucking difficult. Now I don't want to sound like a real fucking sissy, but it's not difficult to do what has to be done. But sometimes I don't fucking want to. Like if I get home from work and I just did fucking, 8 or 10 hours and I fucking sit down and I'm just like getting a drink and I'm fucking just kind of unwinding, maybe replying to a couple of emails or, comments or doing something. If I'm not careful, like I'll end up there for way too fucking long sitting there on that device. And I'm not, I do understand and recognize that the devices are a problem for a lot of people. And I know it's not going anywhere. Like I don't think that's going to become any less of a problem. If anything, it's going to become more of a problem. But I try to look at it as not a problem because I do operate a business directly from that fucking device. Like I would say 95% of everything that happens with Devastator is on my fucking phone. Like the 5 other percent is I have a different laptop that I only print postage. That's all I do with it. It's only there. I wiped the entire fucking computer back to factory settings. I installed the fucking printer software for the fucking label printer. And it has Google Chrome, and that's fucking it. And that's all it does is fucking is open the shipping website and fucking ship. And then I have this little fucking practically useless fucking computer here for the podcast. That's only for that, totally offline. So I would say that this computer right here is about 2.5%, and the other laptop that prints the postage is about 2.5%, and everything else is on the fucking phone. And if I could figure out how to print the postage from the phone via Wi-Fi, I would fucking do that. But anyway, like everything is done on a phone. Any little videos, any pictures, any fucking photos, any fucking. So I try to not make it a problem, but I'm just as susceptible as everyone else to just fucking sitting there scrolling mindless fucking shit. And you know, it's scary how well the algorithm knows you, because like I seen a meme the other day and it was like fucked up. It said I've been on Instagram for fucking 30 minutes and I've seen I've seen 2 people die. I've seen 2 different angles of the World Trade Center and one person say the N-word. And I was like, and that was like almost fucking exactly what the fuck I was looking at. Like that's what it was just showing me. And I was like, holy fuck, man, is that scary? The algorithm knows so well that of what the fuck has been on my feed that it knows, you know what I mean? It like fucking, and it shows you a meme of this shit. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, fucking, that's fucking scary. But if I go to my Explore page, I can almost exclusively tell you exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be fucking cats. It's going to be people shooting one another. It's going to be fucking, oh, hold on one second. I got Taro. I got to message Taro real quick. I sent him a message of somebody or a video of someone that looks like someone that we know, and I just had to clear it up because I think he thought like fucking I was trying to send him the joke, but the joke was kind of funny or whatever, but it just looks like a mutual friend of ours. So I don't know. Basically, long story longer, as I like to fucking stretch things out to the absolute max. I'm trying to get a better fucking mindset of getting shit done, and I don't really know if the device hinders my progress, but I don't know. What do you think? If you're listening, do you think that the device hinders my progress, or is the device and the things that I'm doing on it? I have no games on my fucking phone. Like, no, that's not true. I do have games that I do not play. I played BitLife. The kids fucking got me all into it and shit back in the day, and that's always been there. And the cat version of it, because I thought it was, or the cat or the dog, I don't remember which one, something like that. But I can't bring myself to get rid of it because it works offline. And I always think like, if there's this time when the shit doesn't work, I could maybe play some BitLife. But I don't play games. So everything I do, banking or fucking editing or just keeping track of my weight fucking thing, you know, ordering, and just social media in general, you know, posting, commenting, messaging, email, blah, 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 like everything's on this shit. So I don't know. I don't know if that's hindering my progress or not. I don't believe so, but that's also like I used to tell myself like drugs and alcohol weren't fucking my life all up either. I'm like, nah, I could just. Well, that's true, because what I was just about to say is I used to tell myself I can just quit this anytime, and that's what I did. So, I mean, I wasn't lying to myself, I guess, as a lot of people do. Like if you ever watch like, you know, Intervention and all that shit, they're out there sucking dick for fucking fentanyl, but they're like, I could just quit anytime I want. I could quit anytime. That's a man's dick in your mouth, bro. Anyway. That's about time to quit. I don't know. But but I could, so I can't really say that like, oh, I could quit anytime, because I'm actually I'm pretty good at that. You know, when it's time to start the diet, quit. It's done. Oh man, so I fucked that diet up. So I this is the third time I think I've done the keto diet, right? And every single time, well, the last two times it worked fucking fine, and I got where I wanted to be. I was able to do what I needed to do, and everything was good. So this time I got down 20 pounds. It was what the fuck was the lowest I was at? Got down 20 pounds to like 162, I think, right around there, right? And I started grilling outside, and then I would switch it up, like some chicken, and I would do burgers on a pan in the house with bacon, and then I would do chop steak, and then I would do pork, some sort of pork, whether it be pork chops, pork steaks, ribs. I'm actually surprised at how cheap fucking pork ribs are for how many times I can eat them. But anyway, but then at some point when I started with the grill, because the cleanup is like fucking virtually non-existent on the grill, I started doing 4 Salins hot dogs and 2 fucking burgers, right? And I was like, oh, this is perfect. This is just fine. And I would eat the fuck out of them, right? And I did that. I've been doing them for like 3 weeks. And I was just feeling like super pressure in my fucking chest. Not my chest, like my solar plexus, my stomach, below my titties and shit. And like bloated, fucking feeling. I didn't feel like I had to take a shit or anything like that. But I was like fucked up. And so I weighed myself. I weigh myself every few days. Sometimes I forget, and it's a week or so. And I fucking put back on. I was like 168, and I was like, "What the fuck, man?" I mean, I understand a couple pounds fluctuation, but that's 5, 6, 7 pounds, something like that. You like my math? As long as you just say the number in there, you're right. So it was, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pounds. Something like that. But I was like, fuck, man. I'm even okay with like flatlining and kind of just staying where I'm at. I'm like, all right, well, whatever. But when I'm fucking going back up, I'm fucking going in reverse. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not doing anything different. So I got on Reddit, and I'm like, yo, keto Reddit. This is what I eat. This is what I've been doing. Tell me what I'm doing wrong, how I'm fucking this up. And what I failed to mention was that in the past diets, I switched it up. I did lots of chicken. I did the steak. I did the fucking, all this other shit. And I told them what I had been doing. So I really didn't take it into consideration that, dude, for the last 3 weeks, you've been eating 4 fucking hot dogs and 2 joints. And they were like, yeah, that calorie count is fucking ridiculous. And I was like, I don't count calories. I count fucking carbs. Duh. And they're like, duh, you fucking idiot. You need to fucking count calories too. You can't just. So I learned something about this diet shit, right? So now I've just been eating chicken and fucking eggs, and a little bit of salami here and there. But then in like 3 days, it's been like 3 days, I think, I fucking. Dude, when I'm like hunched over right now, kind of the way I'm sitting out here in the pod garage, and my stomach and my whole shit doesn't feel like 2 or 3 days ago, if I was sitting like this, it would feel like, like if you put something in the way and then you were like leaning on it. Does that make sense? If you're like leaning or something, oh, okay. If I had a pillow, let's just say I took a pillow and held it against my fucking chest and just kind of like leaned into it. It feels like kind of tight and fucking uncomfortable. Like I'm sitting like that right now, and I almost feel like I could fucking put my head all the way to my knees and fucking sit like that, and I wouldn't have any pressure. So I apparently fucking eating 4 hot dogs and 2 fucking cheeseburger patties for dinner is no good. Can't do that. And then they said the yogurt in the morning, even though it's ratio keto yogurt, they said that shit could be fucking me up too. So I cut that out, and I'm back to eating pecans, and fucking chicken wings. So I'm sure that's a bunch of fucking 10 minutes worth of information that you didn't give a fuck to hear. But that's what's going on this week. I'm trying to think of what else the fuck is going on. I'm trying to think of anything. I got nothing, man. I got really nothing. I gotta try to get fucking the boys out here, and I know I keep saying that week after week after week, but now as my schedule gets even more fucked up, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm trying. I can't even fucking work the time in to do a podcast with Boss at Machine. You know, I'm trying to do a fucking podcast with him, and I just can't fucking get the time, and it's fucking bothering me, man. Christ, I just bought a fucking prom dress yesterday. You know how much a motherfucking prom dress is? I grew up, well, I'm sure I could have got one cheaper, but she started going fucking crazy. Oh, how much do you think a motherfucking prom dress costs with the minor alterations? $545 fucking dollars. I haven't spent $504 when I don't even fucking, I can't even form a sentence right now. I was like, when they hit me with that at the counter, this Turkish dude, I was like, motherfucker. $545. At first, I was like, all right, we'll pay with the debit card. Then when they hit me with that, I was like, oh, we're going with the no interest fucking Bank of America credit card for this shit. I said, fuck that. I need a little time to digest this motherfucker. Dude, I can't fucking believe that shit. And then she told us, the bitch at the store told us we were in the budget section. Well, I'm glad we were in the budget section, I guess. What the fuck? Fucking $545 fucking dollars. My old Challenger payment was $440. What the fuck kind of shit is that? $545 fucking dollars. That shit better be the bomb, son. I'm telling homegirl she needs to fucking wear that shit to it. That's gonna look like a good wedding dress too. Write down all your dimensions right now and put that bitch back in the closet. So then in the future, when you go to get married, you could just do a quick check of yourself and say, oh yeah, I can still fit that motherfucker. We good. We're still good. Because what the fuck? You wear it to the prom and then try to sell it. Would it give me $50 for the shit? I'd rather donate it to the fucking Salvation Army or something. Well, I don't know. You don't necessarily have to do that, but you know what I mean, though. $500 fucking dollars. Ugh. And I only got till September, like September 18th, and then I fucking go to the regular interest rate. Their intro interest, 0%, is fucking about to be up. So I better start chiseling away at that shit. Better start. As I'm sitting down there drilling 100, 300 fucking whatever holes and grinding and shit, say, this is all for this. That's why we gotta fucking get it done. It has to be done. The other one, my other favorite quote that I created on my own self there, and I know everyone loves it, or you don't like it at all, but it be as such at times. And if you've ever heard me say that or seen me type that or whatever, the origin of that is I used to watch K-Frog on YouTube and shit, and he was like, he said something one day and he's like, it be like that, bitch. And I was like, that's funny. So I was trying to think of, I try not to, I don't know, I try to put my own spin on a lot of slang and shit. I don't know if you've noticed or not. I say all types of dumb shit. And so that is my way of saying it be like that. Was it be as such at times, because at times it be as such, you know what I mean? So that's where that fucking comes from. There's another fucking 5 minutes of your life you'll never get back hearing why the fuck I say the dumb shit that I do say. But what else we got going on? I'm looking at the test board. I was excited about the test board. It wasn't even like I just threw a coat on real quick, but I was excited at the results. I really didn't think that I was gonna have results like that. So I I was happy about that. And so now I really gotta fucking True is gonna be coming here at some point. We said June, so he's gonna be coming here at some point, and I gotta get the fucking board ready for him because I told him it would be ready. And apparently making this crazy bleed through fucking ink, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's great. It works great for everybody until you got to get the board clear. And then you say, oh yeah, this is supposed to be a problem, isn't it? Damn, it's kind of catch-22 now, ain't it though? So I had to make a fucking dice scribe today. And I fucking dread making them. I might stop making those altogether. I don't know. And I made it real quick in the morning, and I got the PPE down pretty good. I know everything I gotta wear. I do everything the way I'm supposed to do it, and I can only do a few at a time. I can only max like 10 or 15 at the most. And I used to do 100. So I do about 10 or 15, and I've got to wash my fucking all the way up to basically my shoulder with fucking dish soap afterwards. And I got to have a fan and all this crazy fucking shit just to do a couple of them. And literally, like, the process that where I'm working with this shit, like, we'll just say 10 or 15, it probably takes me about 5 minutes. Maybe 10 minutes. Less than a minute each because I don't have that kind of time because it's about to set up. So whatever, I make this one real quick, and I fucking, what the fuck? I put it in a cooker, I leave, I tell Erica later, like, turn the cooker off. I get home, I don't know, I mixed it wrong, I didn't mix it enough, the fucking shit didn't set up right. So when I picked up the dice scribe and squeezed it, the fucking shit was all soft. And I knew as soon as it was soft and I just touched it with my bare fucking hands. Now I'm sitting out here right now, my throat's tickling. I can feel my fucking eyeballs itching. And that was just from like pressing it with my thumb without gloves on. So, what the fuck? So I'm dreading. Now it didn't work. Now I gotta go. I must do another one. This shit's gotta go out tomorrow. So I gotta go in. I gotta do that on top of getting all this other shit together. So I'm gonna call it at 31 minutes tonight, and I gotta get in and it's gotta be done. It has to be done. So I have to go in. There's some shit that has to be done tonight. So love you guys. Thank you for all tuning in. You're supposed to buy that. You're supposed to add that. Man. Ugh, whatever. All right, I love y'all, man. I love you guys. I'm gonna try to work out some guests. Maybe next week. I don't know. Maybe I'll holler at Chains and see what's the deal. I gotta see what the fuck we got. I got him off Thursday next week, so maybe I'll see what the fuck he's got going on. All right, love you guys. I love you very much, and I am out of here. I'm out of here for now. But I'll be back. If I'm not back, I'm dead. I love you. Goodbye.